when we start.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, but no, drown and lock it into the story. And the best one in set is what? The 1-3 that...
Yeah, you've got,
Anthems.
you've got, the flyer, because even the 1-1 was from a core set. But it's just like, I think that the reason that the returning to Zendikar set, I think it was Kamigawa syndrome, you know?
So there was a little bit of... I don't know how much of this was speculation and how much of this is true behind the scenes, but from what I've seen talked about, one of the things that did a big number on just the overall power level of Zendikar was the party mechanic. Because there was initially some cross, like, okay, we have party here. Are we going to use party in the D&D set? Yes, let's plan on that. And then they backpedaled on the plans, but by that point, they had toned down the party cards in Zendikar because they knew that there was more party in the future, so they didn't want to, like, oversaturate it early. But then the other party cards never came. Is what I have heard as one of the reasons why party just never happened.
Well, that would explain why party never happened.
And then then the other factors are there's a number that are pretty easy to point to in that, like, hey, look, we're not going to see landfall do its thing again because we already made the plated GOP mistake. You know, level things, fetches aren't going to happen in this set.
Yeah, they could have went wild with landfall if they wanted to, just because there wouldn't be you couldn't play
your best
16
is Fabled.
fetches.
You had Fabled Passage.
Yeah, you could play Fabled Passage and Evolving Wilds, which the Brushfire Elemental decks did.
Messes off. Thank you for the sub.
We were talking about all of this because we were yet again returning to Shadowmoor. Now, I keep saying that.
We've never returned to Shadowmoor.
Which we should, because Shadowmoor whipped ass. But I was noting that they returned to Zendikar even though they kind of burnt all the power level out of Zendikar. Like, all the cool stuff that happened in Zendikar happened 10 years ago at this point.
Right.
Is that going to happen with Innistrad again, where really there's only 2 good Innistrad sets? And 2.5. Because I like Shadows over Innistrad.
Yeah.
Dark Ascension Innistrad were a long time ago.
Yeah. Because we were talking about that. We were talking about, because spoilers start, I think, on the 2nd for, like, Innistrad 1.
Yeah.
3.1.
You will not return.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You will not flash back. That's what we call
it. But there's 3.1 and then there's 3.2, which is what Gay Vampire Wedding? Is that what that one is?
I don't know.
I think that's what it is. But so we're getting 2 Innistrad sets back to back, and they've talked about how, there was a mention of, like, there's 3 returning mechanics, 2 of which we already know.
Like, they have to bring flashback back, right?
We had a spoiler with flashback.
Yeah.
And we know that transform is another because they count that as one of their returning mechanics. So, like that alone, like flashback alone is like the
high power. That's like one of the most powerful keywords ever. So yeah.
Yeah. You can't. You. I don't know if you can have a format with flashback and not have it be like
a bit overpowered.
A bit like you know, like this is asking for some business going on here, just because.
Even the worst cards get very powerful when you give them flashback, like Fog. How powerful is Fog with flashback? Moment's
Peace. Oh, boy.
Or Grave Scrabble, which I think that's what it's called, which is just black, exile a card from a graveyard. Yeah. Flashback for black. That card is incredibly powerful, and it's so bad.
Well, like, and I mean, like, the exile one, that's the escape one, the escape version.
Oh yeah, Cling to Dust.
Cling to Dust. That one's
great.
Oof. Yeah. Anyway,
this is historic. This is a Jumpstart, though.
Yeah, we're here with. Apparently, they called it Historic Horizons to try to. These Jumpstarts have, like, 5 million new cards for historic. So if you thought you knew what was in historic, you don't anymore.
You don't. And they
and if
called
you-
it Historic Horizons because Modern Horizons 2 was like one of the best-selling sets in a long time, and they want to ride that wave.
And also, this is also the set that breaks Magic rules. Basically, we have digital-only cards within this set. So.
We have digital-only cards. Memory issues.
Oh boy. Okay, so we can have Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
We can have Storm. Or we can have Human.
Choose one of these themed packs.
We're gonna get 2 packs. So the way Jumpstart works, for those who weren't around for the first Jumpstart, we get a choice of 3 theme packs, and then we get another choice of 3 theme packs. Then you just take those cards. Each pack is 20 cards. You smush them. You get a 40-card deck. You're done.
The way to do this in the last time would be to pick dogs and then pick dogs again.
Yeah. Pick Goblin and then pick Goblin. Yeah.
Goblin or Goblins. But all the best ones were just mono dogs or dogs and cats. Just so aggro. Using that logic, we want humans, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, the payout on this event has nothing to do with wins. So it has nothing to do with a best, first to 3 losses. It's just win twice and you get all your rewards. So,
okay, so we can pick garbage if you want.
Yeah, so I kind of want to I don't know, is Storm good?
Hunting Pack is a very powerful card if you can jimmy up 10 mana. It says 7, but you need about 10.
Yeah. Really. Okay.
Well.
And here's Goblins and Bears.
These are all good choices.
I feel like we probably have to go with spell casting. I don't know what's in spell casting, but because it's with Storm, right? That's the...
Yeah. Goblins could also work with Storm, though, especially...
They could. If we have...
They don't have Glowstone Ritual, right?
Yeah, but
what's it called?
The Prospector would be obvious. Well...
Yeah, Skirk Prospector. But what's that card called? Brightstone Ritual?
Brightstone Ritual.
Brightstone Ritual. That's a EDH
the one I remember, not from that era, but from another deck that used goblins for mana. Battle Him.
Yes, Battle Him.
Battle Him.
Battle Him is the really better version of Brightstone, but that's just because it kills everything.
So we're not gonna look at the deck. We only need 2 wins. We get our prizes, then we just go back at it. So Battle Him was red 1. Add a red for each creature you control.
Yep. Brightstone Ritual was 1 red for add 1 for each goblin on the battlefield. Didn't care about you. Just wanted to know how many there were. Because that was an old card. They don't do that anymore.
During Onslaught, when they did Tribal Air, all the cards looked at full play build.
Deals X damage plus X is the number of...
Yo!
Rage Forger. Yeah!
Yeah! Okay.
Spreading Insurrection. And they gave us the Gringus.
We'll keep this. So this is effectively Volcanic Hammer. It's Kindle, but this is a digital-only card, so it does some nonsense where it puts counters on your things rather than being like...
Read any target where X is 3 plus number, then put a perpetual counter.
Yeah.
We're killing that. Put a perpetual counter, and then what?
Put a perpetual counter on every other copy of it.
Oh, okay.
It's Kindle. Now all my copies will deal 4. Then all my copies will deal 5. Then all my copies will deal 6.
Okay, yeah.
What do you do?
Get blocks by Grinning Angus.
I need a shaman.
Each other shaman you control. This is just an elemental.
This is Rage Forger rules.
Rage Forger is a classic.
This card kicks ass. Alright, Gringus.
I think they might be killing our Gringus. Yeah, they would not add... actually, no, Skirk Prospector is just in Historic already.
Yeah, Screw Prospector was in the first. It was in Dominaria.
Yeah. Lightning Vision. That's a shaman.
Okay. How do I want to do this then? Just attack 4?
Seems. Well, it's prowess, not haste. So we're attacking for. Oh, you can bounce Gringus to cast Rage Forger, or Rage Forger.
Yeah, but
You can attack for 2 and then do that.
yeah, let's attack for 2 first. I don't think I want to bounce Gringus.
Just a 3/3 Rage Forger, not big enough.
Sure. Cycle Tranquil Thicket. Well, like, the Rage Forger puts a counter on each other shaman.
Yeah.
So, like, if we wait another turn, maybe I draw another shaman and I can get a 2-for.
Yeah, that seems good.
It doesn't change my board any, because a 3/2 can't block this. Okay, them cycling that is good for this, because this is damage chain target equal to number of lands in the grave.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, this,
This basically is how many Gringuses I can... Ephemeron, thank you very much for the sub. Big sub. Enjoy big sub.
you do this to... How many times can you cast Gringus for the storm? And the answer is, I think...
3.
2 or 3 times.
3.
Yeah, we have another mountain. Ingius Elemental. Ah, shit.
Ah, and there's a land in your... Okay, so that's FTK, huh? That sucks. We're losing this one pretty hard, huh?
Wait, let me read Spreading Insurrection real quick. Damn it, you don't control.
Yeah.
So you can't give your Gringus haste at the end of it.
No.
Because they don't want the card to be cool.
So I need my opponent to overcommit in, like, one big play.
Harrow can lead to that.
Okay. Huh.
They might just attack. No, they're attacking for. If we block the 2/2, it'll kill one of our guys.
It'll kill our Gringus and our, like, it'll kill both.
Yeah.
That's...
Ha 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 ha.
Alright, we need them to play enough bodies to die to their own...
Yeah, we need to cast Insurrection.
Yeah, we're casting Insurrection.
That's our plan. Yeah, you'll be able to target your own guys with that, because one of the best...
Yeah.
How many times have you cast Threaten on your own guy to give it haste?
It's like 3, but they've been the most important times I've ever done it.
Yeah, it's like having the option.
I'll take 6.
Take 6. 6 is... We can take 6. We could take...
Could have taken 9. Alright, so I need you to play...
Play a really big thing.
I need more power than that. Yes! Yes!
Oh, Wild Hark Invoker? Oh, and a Strike It Rich?
Yes! Yes! Sickos, yes!
Wait, can we kill them?
4, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, that's 19. Can I steal 5? So this is free.
Yeah, that's free, and it costs basically 2 mana just to add something to the storm count with the second half of Strike It Rich.
That's 2. That's 3.
1, 2. Yeah, I think we have to. Can we afford to go? We spend 1 mana to do this, and we now have 5 mana, so we have to. No, we have a red mana. We're cool.
Yeah, so we go. This is 4. Five. You. You. Boom shakalaka!
And we won because
Holy shit!
we drew
Strike it rich.
we drew Stray Thought, so we won.
I can't believe that happened.
Woo! We cast Insurrection and we won.
Yeah, weird. All our opponent needed to do was not play that many creatures. I didn't get to see my...
Oh, you don't get to.
Oh.
It's illegal.
Oh, dude, sorry, claim pro.
Dark Salvation.
Speaking of
Necrotals.
Yeah, speaking of Necrotals and speaking of Innistrad, like,
Your suit zombie.
Alright, let's see if we can like maybe get a second game out of this.
Their overcommitment would have been good if we had Threaten.
Sadly, our card hand was Insurrection.
Sadly, Threaten is not the card we had.
No.
Goblin and Archimancer. Trumpeting Herd. These cards are all very powerful. We're going to have to... We might have to get green off Strike It Rich.
Yeah, I'm going to keep this because I like... And Archimancer's a dumb as hell card.
We might have to make green off Strike It Rich.
Okay. It's fine. What do you want to tap on?
Instant Sorcery. Praise Vengeance.
Rebound spells.
So we probably just play our Alchemist here. Because if we draw green, we may want to just cast Trumpeting Herd.
Yeah. Fuck me.
Okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, Trumpeting Herd's basically that card. Or that. Just kill the golem.
Yeah.
We get to deal a damage if we do this.
Yeah, and then...
And you get to attack us for 1, but...
That's fine. I've praised Vengeance as like a anti-trick if I really wanted. I would have to be under some... Okay.
Cordial Vampire.
Not really impressed.
Was one of their packs black-white tokens? Is that like a pack?
I don't know.
You can Strike It Rich to do a damage.
God, I should wait on that.
Yeah,
Well... Yeah, I think we just wait on things until I draw green.
Yeah. Do we make the treasure just to have it, or do... Because it's mana negative. The
Question is if I want to do the ooze turn.
Yeah, but 3 mana for 1 mana is so much for your storm turn.
Well, it's 2 mana for 1 mana because of an Archimancer.
Yeah. Well, if we have that much green.
Yeah. I'm gonna pass it because we're not under threat yet.
Okay.
If we were under more threat, I'd be a little more aggressive, but like we're just not. Sure.
That's a good card.
Okay.
What is that?
It's a Blood Artist.
Yeah, Blood Artist deck. Now they start attacking.
Okay. Okay, I want to draw Forest.
That forest. Okay.
That's pretty big. Yeah.
We could cast Trumpeting Herd if we wanted to. That would nuke most of our green mana, and we might be able to cast the Slime next turn.
Yeah, like Slime next turn for 3 slimes.
Yeah. Oh, that card.
Vampires get +1/+1, huh?
And they can sacrifice a creature. They can sacrifice a vampire to make their target creature gets indestructible.
Sure. Okay. So now they have a sack outlet. Their attacks still aren't like super.
What's Cordial Vampire do again?
+1/+1 on each. Each, huh?
Yeah. So we can't block a vampire. You can easily block Sliver though.
This is fine. I accept.
They should be attacking way.
That's yeah. This is.
I would have. My team would have turned sideways if I was them. I guess we have 3 open mana, but Shatterstorm. Okay, this turn got more exciting. Okay, but we have. We have 3 green mana.
Yeah. The question is if I want to use it on ooze or just on. Because like
our ooze is just 2 oozes this turn, right? Because we go strike it rich, and then we have 3, and then we just have 2 oozes.
Or I could
How many squirrels could we make?
I could like Trumpeting Herd, get the rebound on it, and then like try to storm up on that turn a little more.
Could do that, yeah.
So like, just Trumpeting Herd here and see what happens.
Give us a blocker. I guess we do a damage, yeah. And because they didn't attack so aggressively last turn, we have some room to breathe.
Yeah, because I don't believe they'll attack aggressively again.
Well, even if they do this turn, we'll have a cushion.
Yeah.
Because last turn they should have just like full court pressed us and then blocked whatever we blocked with our 2/2.
I don't know why they didn't full court press. That was weird.
It's like we would block our 2/2 on their 1/1 and their 2/2 with our 0/3. They sack the 1/1, give all their. I mean, even because they could give the Blood Artists indestructible.
Yes.
So. But now.
And Cordial Vampire basically can't go into fight because like this is not the creature that they want to die.
They can give it indestructible though. So they can. I think they can attack with impunity.
It's just the 2/2.
But just the 2/2. They're running scared. That's going to lose them the game.
Again, I probably just don't care here.
Yeah, we don't care.
So if I draw a green source, our next turn is really nice. If I don't, it's merely okay.
Yeah, we might just make some squirrels if we don't draw a green source.
Yeah. 2 cards in hand. So here's the rebound. That storm count 1.
They can gain 5 life if they need to, we should note.
And drain us for that.
Yeah.
It's like...
You can tap in response, hell yeah. They might have a kill spell, but if they should be killing a Goblin and Archimancer right now if they have one.
Yeah, they're too late on having a kill. For the one thing, all our board is just a bunch of 3/3s, so like I don't care about a singular kill spell. Because especially because like the card they needed to kill is an Archimancer, like 2.
They're still in our upkeep, so they could still make use of it. But they also the reason they're getting priority is because of Through.
Ooh.
Oh, Gringus gets more exciting when it costs 2.
So I can now filter red into colorless and make this Chatterstorm dumb.
Yeah.
I need to leave that. Okay. So we just go Gringus a couple times. Chatterstorm. Maybe strike it rich in there. I don't know.
Gringus becomes cast.
Cool thing about this, no window where kill spells are good.
Yeah.
Absolutely none.
Well, they could slow us down by killing the goblin right now. But even then, it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah. Too bad if we don't have like a fireball or a... Because like... I need this dead.
Blood Artist does represent a problem, as it always does.
Especially because it's all creatures, so like the Chatterstorm gets worse.
Okay. The storm count was 4. Glad my brain remembered that.
Alright.
Do we attack with elephant? They can block with cordial. It's basically trading it for blade splicer, so I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so. Does deck have an overrun in it?
It has a insurrection.
Oh, true.
That'd be pretty nice right about now.
I am willing to trade with this dumb idiot now, by the way.
They aren't, though.
Ooh. They're tapped out. They can't indestructible.
Okay, yeah. So we kill the... We kill the Blood Artist?
We have to
or
kill
the Cordial Vampire?
So, the problem is, the Cordial Vampire, they're both bad, but the Blood Artist represents a threat that will, like...
Oh yeah, plus we can just block the creatures with our squirrels. The
Yeah.
Blood Artist makes our squirrels bad, so yeah, we have to get rid of Blood Artist.
It sucks, but...
But now we get to attack, and we have a Praise Vengeance.
Yes.
Which lets even... Is Grinning Aegis a sorcery? I think it is.
Yeah, it says a sorcery.
Okay. They might just put Sentinel Sliver and Blade Splicer on this. That'd be really smart. Okay.
Again, the fact that they don't have tap out, that they're tapped out here is really good for us.
Yeah, when they have an Anthem reducing their board state, that's pretty good. Oh, another creature.
This is going to be really bad, huh?
Well, we've got lots of squirrels, and we'll alchemist them to death.
We need this dead because of lifelines.
Hopefully they don't play another vampire.
Yeah.
Because if we block 5 squirrels or Grinning Aegis and 3 squirrels on the thing, oh god.
Oh god.
Okay, no, we're just gonna have to chump Cordial Vampire forever. Or we just have to draw our Insurrection.
Yep. Okay, alright.
Actually, our Insurrection doesn't work because they can sacrifice it.
That's fine.
Well, we get a damage out of this. If I were them, I would have blocked with the Sliver and the 1/1, because that would have made their guys huge. Okay, Forgotten Cave. Well, that can get us lots of damage out of our Thermo Alchemist. Because it'll untap twice. It's a wizard.
Yeah. Well, it's a shaman.
Oh, pff.
Yeah.
Same problem.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah.
You got me, sir. I am got.
It's a storm count, but like.
Oh, we need Rage Forger is what we need.
Yeah. Did I hold this?
I don't know. We could just get 2 damage out of it right away by just cashing in the Striker Rich. We're not anywhere near casting our ooze.
Yeah, we are. One green.
Ah, okay, then maybe we hold it because it's a 1 mana spell for another ooze.
And like we're not double spelling on this yet.
Yeah, let's pass then.
This is. Oh boy! All right.
Our opponent controls 12 power and toughness of lifelinking, and they are not attacking us.
That's fine by me. Sure. Annoying, but we did the same thing last turn, so I can't be annoyed.
That's a vampire.
That's a vampire.
I think even chumping here sucks, but
Yes.
I think that we can't trade.
Yes. Because they can invincible.
Do we just take 7 then?
I'm gonna chump with 1.
Okay. It'll grow 3 other creatures, but
Okay. Yep.
I think Insurrection is our out. Where we insurrect all 3 of their vampires.
Yes. That's why I want to hold the strike and rich and like our. Well.
It's the green we have, not the green we want.
Yeah. It's fine. So.
Is a goblin and necromancer a shaman?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not a.
No, it'll be for Rage Forger.
Yeah, it's for Rage Forger. It'll.
Because Rage Forger would be how we win past their lifelink, is having it trigger twice.
Yeah, just have them die to it. Alright, let's. Ship it back. This Thermal Alchemist trying to keep this under control.
How much damage has Thermo Alchemist done? Like 1,000,000?
Like 1,000,000. Oh, piss.
Oh god, that's a vampire that gets back their blood artist.
Yeah.
We're dead.
We have maybe 1 turn. Right?
We're so dead.
Incorrect.
Okay, opponent doesn't realize how powerful their deck
Cool.
is.
Cool.
We're good.
Alright.
Yeah, you should
Save.
attack with the... No, okay, cool. Why didn't they attack with their 6/6? Do they not know their thing has a sack outlet?
Maybe. Wish we had a sack outlet.
Not sure how... Yeah, we keep it from lifelinking.
Yeah.
You didn't gain 8, you only gained 7.
Obvious.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's do some damage. Wait,
Harmonic Prodigy first.
We're going to spend 2 mana. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, well, we can cast Harmonic Prodigy first. Then we get to untap our Alchemist twice here.
Yeah, and then I'm just looking at,
Gringus Math.
yeah, Gringus Math. I should Gringus first.
Should Gringus first.
Because it makes it colorless. Then I spend that colorless on the Strike It Rich.
We can tap our Alchemist.
Alright, so then I get to Gringus. Replay Gringus. And then I get one more Gringus, replay Gringus. Yes. Anyway.
Behold, Storm count is 5.
Here's my answer to your board.
What is that odious stench?
That's it. That's my answer to your board.
Woo.
Oh. So this should put us on a stalemate. For a little while. Thank goodness. And then we just draw Insurrection and Gringus them out, right?
Yeah. Or Overrun. I don't know why we would have.
Yeah.
This guy, I hope this deck has an Overrun. They're drawing lands.
Yeah. Oh.
See, now we can. Okay, they only have 1 mana, so we can actually threaten blocks if they attack with multiple creatures.
Yeah, so that means there's no way they actually make attacks here. Especially because we have such effective blocks now.
If they could just attack with the Cordial Vampire.
I would block that still.
We would have to block it with a. Oh, we can. Okay, we can attack with impunity.
That's very bad though because we lose our Insurrection Storm.
Yeah, but I don't think there was any way around that. Now maybe they attack, but they won't.
There's no way they attack with their shields down here, right?
I don't know if they know they have shields.
All right. From this point, we just hold cards.
Yeah. What I like to do is put a stop in my second main, and then shift click through my turn, and it'll pause in my second main. And it is like the opposite of savvy when I'm just holding a land.
Yeah, the Vesper Lock combo. Yeah. All right, we're both on infinite. Whatever. I would kind I don't know, I'd feel if they just started errataing all the digital cards too. I really don't like power level errata.
I don't like card text errata in the first place. Okay, they're starting to make smart attacks. Wait, first strike. Oh, it's a. Wait.
It's a golem.
Oh, it's a golem. Okay, it's a golem. I didn't think that it was a golem. Okay.
So the 7/7's a free block somewhere.
Yeah, we can put the 7/7 in front of the Grave Shifter, I think. Or. And then the rest are up to us.
This one we kind of have to chump block because it's a first striking Death Toucher.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and put a 6/6 with a 1/1 in front of that.
Okay.
to make sure that they have to commit real numbers to it.
And if they sack their blade splicer, they lose first strike.
I'm gonna take this hit.
Yeah, we're at 13. We can take some hits.
That way they don't first strike a kill. Actually,
Then we could put the 7/7 in front of the Queen's Agent. What? Okay, they let the first strike happen.
and then
They don't know they have a sack outlet. That is the only explanation. Thing is, they don't really need it.
yeah, we have other problems.
I have another grave shifter.
Heartless Summoning gives it minus in play. It doesn't give it minus in the graveyard.
What
oh,
the
wow,
grave?
it's this card.
Oh no.
That sucks.
Okay, now they know to get the Blood Artist.
They have to know to get the Blood Artist, right? Yes, okay, there it is.
Oh, we are
We're
dead.
dead as fuck now, alright.
We need Insurrection.
Yeah, but we don't have... We lost our Gringus, so we can't storm it for their board.
No, we just steal Blood Artist. As threatened. And then we just attack with everything and see what happens. Well, Blood Artist is a squire. I believe we are dead, sire.
Alright. It triggers twice, by the way.
Yeah.
It is a shaman. It will do 2 damage, but they can sack any creature on their board. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
We will be in this game for an eternity if we kill the Blood Artist.
Yeah, our best draw there was 5 mana threaten for their Blood Artist. To hope they don't sack it, attack with all, they gain a shitload of life, all of our creatures die, and then they die.
Then they die somehow. I don't...
To the Blood Artist. I don't know. There was no winning that.
Cool.
Fist of Flame. Right, I know this card. Playing our Tranquil Ticket. Man, these flavor text basics made me not realize that was not a forest.
Yeah.
I thought that was a forest. Not Tranquil.
Right.
I didn't know it was Tranquil Ticket until it was in play. I was like, oh shit, that would have got me. You want a squirrel? I don't think so.
I don't think so. We can do much better than 1 squirrel. Oh, you're like... Okay, our opponent has all of them in the world. Alright, this is just Gringus.
Deploy the Gringus.
Gringus deployed.
We're gonna play Grey Ogre into Hill Giant, and that's gonna be good enough. No!
No!
Not our Gringus!
My
Gringus has been good for us. We usually don't like that card that much. They drew a Concordia Pegasus, I think.
Yeah, it makes a Stormfront Pegasus.
Oh, okay.
Not
Then that's
Concordia.
better than Concordia
Yeah.
Pegasus. Yeah.
I'm playing this because it blocks that. And it also rebounds. Maybe I get to Chatterstorm next turn. Yeah,
We can attack.
It makes it on both, but like they have to obviously do something to be able to attack with a 2/3 into a 3/3. That's why I did play this rather than the kill spell. Because see, now here they can deploy the mage, but I also get the 3/3 next turn, so that's fine. Again, this was purposeful. I promise you.
So now we can go.
Thermal Alchemist, Chatterstorm for 3.
Seems reasonable. Or we might have wanted to kill the guy, but at this point we're committed.
Yeah. Oh,
It tapped you out of Praise Vengeance, huh?
Thanks. It's been a while since I've had an auto tap or mishap. That's fun. Shouldn't matter, but it's still annoying.
They're going to cash in their guy.
An auto tap or mishap that cost me, huh?
Well, okay, this guy can pick off some of the...
Yeah.
Pick up some of the Pegasus.
Alright,
Do we attack?
yeah.
Although if we Praise Vengeance, we can't kill the guy. How afraid of the guy are we?
Just going into the 3-3.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sick of the guy because he should have died last turn, but I got got.
We got got. So they just had to harmonize, and instead of drawing 3 random cards, they drew 3 Welkin turns that can block.
Pretty good.
Had to go.
All right. Well, that's the end of Storm Deck.
They drew all their planes after harmonizing.
So let's take a look at Storm Deck now that we got. See, Ooze, Insurrection.
Kinetic Augur. Battle Rattle Shaman.
Ah.
That'd have been a nice guy to draw. Sarkon Scorn. Fates of Salvaging. Reason to hold lands. Man, that card would have been great to draw at any point ever.
Yeah, I would say. All right. Sure.
Yeah, this stupid card.
All right, so let's go ahead and resign deck. And on to the next one. Where?
You only get one gens.
Where's the... Oh, what the hell? I can only touch the main button for it? That's... Anyway. My Legion. In the
machine and Plague.
Ah, You want to give me a Yawgmoth deck?
Or do you want to try drafting mono white? Or do you want to... I think that card that is on the In the Machine...
It's right there.
It's like a... It's not Mold Drifter, but I think there's a Mold Drifter in that set of cards. There has to be.
I'm really tempted by just freaking Yawgmoth, you know?
Let's go with Yawgmoth. Although I liked Yawgmoth better when he was a big wall. Beautiful Ninja! Although I think green-black probably works the best together. Maybe green-red, though.
Yeah.
Actually, green-red, maybe not green-red, black-red. Might be graveyard stuff.
What are we Yawgmoth ninjas? I'm sure there's...
We'll have a lot of black cards.
Alright. I'm not picking cards based on, like, wanting to own them. Because...
Oh, yeah, because this, you don't own the cards.
I don't... Like, I mean, yeah, I could have picked that and owned the card, but I just... shrug.
Yawgmoth and Freyalise. Right, yeah, old friends.
Yes, very old friends.
Playcrafter's Apprentice. Choose a creature card in your hand and professionally gains Death Touch. Well, the creature in our hand already has Death Touch.
Yeah.
So.
Right, let's see how this goes.
He'd probably just play the Typhoid Rats.
Yeah. I can backwater on a later turn.
Yeah. Yeah, we can give our Piker
Did
Death
not match
Touch.
any. Nice try.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Are we vampiring again? Are we vampiring again? Ah, hell. I guess I'm just going to give that Death Touch. I don't know.
Reasonable.
So Seek is another... Again, this is very Hearthstone.
Does the Spacecrafter's Apprentice itself have Death Touch?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so. Okay, and it's also a nasty rat.
I've seen people mention, like, oh, do this with Whirler.
Yeah, Whirler.
You know.
Everybody's favorite guy. Walking Ballista.
Okay, Seek is not revealed. Interesting. I mean, I guess I figured that, but...
He doesn't have to be revealed because the client can
client
make sure
did it.
you're
Yeah.
doing it legally. Do you want to give them a card to make a 4/3?
That's on death. I know that I want to trade bodies off the board.
Yeah.
We know that very hard with this deck. Yeah, on death, each player gets a two coster, or less.
Soul of a Demon. Soul of a Demon. Soul of a Demon.
Bump, bump, bump.
Vermin Gorger. I thought that said, if that was a Varmint Gorger, I'd be much happier.
Well,
they have the guy.
Hell Dude's here.
Oh, wait, what is a Crawl Swarm?
Yeah, it's not.
What does Choking Tethers do?
Taps creatures.
We could just play Passwall Adept and just give our 4/3 unblockable a few times and hope that's good enough.
Yeah. Alright. Yep.
They grow their vampires. We can play our tap land. What does Vermin Gorger do?
Sack a creature, drain 2.
Okay.
Which is why I didn't care too badly about that attack, because they were going to be able to do that anyway. Oh boy.
Okay, now they have all their sack outlets.
So we're in Vampire Hell Zone. We need... We got Death Touch around the block both ways here. I'm probably just going to play Crawl Swarm and start flying over them.
Yeah. Do we offer a trade with...
No.
Okay.
That trade's too... Especially because it seeks a creature for them. I'm not in for that.
Okay.
It's better as a Death Touch blocker at this point. Or an unblockable 4.
We might be able to surprise them with Choking Tethers.
Yeah, that's the hope. Sometimes you even cast this card.
Sometimes you do.
Sure.
Legion Vanguard is sack a creature explorer, right?
Correct.
Might, yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Ninja of the Deep Hours. Well, that's best friends with Ninja Seer, or Fairy Seer. So.
Yeah.
And Passwall Adept, actually.
Yes. You can just pass wall in.
Yeah, Passwall attack for 8.
Put some pressure on this opponent. They still don't have great attacks because, like, the Death Touch Familiar is still hanging out, you know?
And we might... And if they make their guys big, we can tether one on declare attackers.
Yeah. I feel like I'll just take 8 if they come in here.
Mm-hmm. They play a shitter to... That's a creature we can just give back.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't kill our demon. We kept a card on top. We would have had to have shuffled.
Yeah, I would have tethered in response to draw it.
Do we want to tap one of their 5-power guys?
Nah. I'll take 10. No way, that's correct.
We 100% block with the plate crafters familiar.
Get this off the table. Thank you very much.
Wait, are we dead? No, they don't.
Or an 18.
Yeah, but they have. Okay. They want our Death Toucher gone. And that gives 2 counters.
Yeah, these get big. I'm aware of that.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Now we can attack. Because it only costs 2 to ninja the guy. And I think we're at the stage where we're actually casting Choking Tethers.
yeah. I'm gonna ninja the... And I can leave that up, so let's go ninja the guy. Do I attack with this, too? Like, accept the trade with their 7/7?
Sure, I think that's fine. Especially if we're going to be casting Choking Tethers.
Might not even need to if they,
Yeah, if they do things. It does seek shuffle. It doesn't.
What?
What?
I guess it wouldn't have to. I would have to see how that works in order to... Because, like, I guess technically you're right. There's no need for it to shuffle.
I thought seek was like them... Like keywording search your library.
No, it's search for a specific thing at random and put it in your hand. That it chooses it at random.
Because they've been keywording basic stuff like that lately.
Now, this is digital only stuff.
Okay.
Very, very odd.
They made shuffle. They shuffle. They keyworded that, and like seek would have been a great thing to do with that. Just to call search your library for. Just call that seek. Okay, we get to search.
Ha!
Draw a card. Yes.
And also our answer, which is just like
We get to give our Fairy Seer Death Touch.
this is my answer to your yeah.
Yeah.
They can't answer because like from this point, like they'd have to start rebuilding their board, and now they're down to 1/1/2/2s again.
And we have a Scroll Thief in play
Yeah.
and can give it to unblockable.
All right.
And throw any crap cards we draw to redraw the Crawl Swarm.
They should not have attacked with the.
Yeah. They should not have attacked with the Quarter Vampire.
Necrogoyf.
This is a good card in draft. I don't
Yeah.
think it's a good card in general, though.
It was cool for the Madness deck.
Yeah, Fairy Seer having Scry 2 has made the card very... Who is this guy?
That's Davriel.
How likely do you think our opponent is to block our Passwall Agent? That's the question we're asking.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. So now we want this. I think I want to hand Passwall.
Yeah, we hand Passwall the Death Touch. Or Ninja the Deep Out. Or Ingenious Infiltrator, because that's probably what we're ninjaing anyways.
Makes it harder to...
Yeah, harder to block.
Let's do that. So this means this should get through.
Plus, we're going to be casting the thing again.
Is this just every opponent?
Yeah. Okay, if they block, they make a bad trade, and we can just play another Playcrafters familiar. If they don't, we ninja...
And we know that this opponent is one we want to kill every creature they control for the rest of the game forever.
Yeah. So these Typhoid Rats are going to be very good.
Especially because they hand off the Death Touch. Alright. Good.
We're also in the situation where we can just have our ninjas dance.
Davriel was the Mind Rot walker.
Yeah.
I remember Davriel. Yeah, I'm still attacking with this, so yeah, you should probably.
Yeah, they're going to gain their life. What is that? Ethereal grass. Tap target creature. That creature does perpetually gains.
It's singing bells.
It's singing bell strike. Yeah, with that instant. That's a pretty good card.
Well, let's
see what we draw. Unless they have like. What was that card called for? No, there was a white card that was sacrifice an attacking creature. That card was so good.
Yeah. Okay, swamp. Playcrafter.
So, do we give the pass wall?
Yeah, because I'm gonna play pass wall here.
Yeah. And a 1/3 death touch is a quality creature.
Yeah, that's that A+. Like, come on in, bring. So, cool thing here. Smoke Shaper. Hands off indestructible.
That's the saddest Thalius Lieutenant I've ever seen. Chief? You sure about that, Chief? You got a trick?
I don't care.
God's willing.
Sure. Like, that's fine.
Well, in we go.
Anyway, are you ready to draw some card?
We might have wanted to cast the...
Are you ready to draw some card?
We might have wanted to, but we're going to draw 3, so it does not matter. Oh, and Deathbloom Thallid. An efficient way to use our mana. Or we can play a... I'm going to give Deathbloom Thallid Death Touch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Force Sphere Gargantua is,
That's Phyrexian.
Yeah, it's the big
Dreadnought.
Phyrexian...
Rager. I think it was just called Gargantua. Phyrexian Gargantua. The big one. But yeah, Phyrexian Rager was the small one. Anyway, what if I draw 1 million cards?
What if I have a nasty rat?
What do you do?
Makes a 1/1 probably.
Sure.
Or draws a card.
Cool.
Blood Artist is their way out of this. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Let's
get that guy out of here, and then we can attack with both our guys. Actually...
attack first, see what happens.
Yeah, we should kill their... We are killing their Blood Artist. Do you want to tap down their Callous Blood Lord, and then just attack them? After we kill something? I guess we could do that. We can... They're not going to block with the Blood Artist. We can attack and see what happens.
Check this out. You ready for some dumb bullshit? Really?
No. That's all they're doing. All so right. Yeah, we just killed the Blood Artist then.
See, I was just going to make a ninja. But now I'm going to get to draw 2 cards.
You get to draw 2 cards.
I get to draw all the cards in the universe in this deck.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I haven't even played Yawgmoth.
You haven't even drawn Yawgmoth. Throat Seekers is a good one. Man, Plaguecrafter's Familiar has been so good with
with the ninjas.
I think that's got to be in the Yawgmoth deck, but it's so good with the ninjas.
It might be in the ninja deck too, but we have 2 of them, right? Could be in both.
You have 2 of them, so it could be in both.
Wow.
This nasty rat has done so much work.
Oh no, a human.
That is a human. It's also dead. Don't you love it when your scroll thieves draw your removal?
And it's exile removal too. That's the...
We get to attack with all. If they block our ninja with the deep hours with their Thalius Lieutenant, we pick up Plaguecrafter and put in Khazra Stone Shaper. Or Smoke Shaper. Which we might do anyways, just to Get the play. No, we don't need to. We can play.
Anyway, let's draw 3 cards.
Now let's draw 3 cards. How many cards in deck do we
16.
have? Okay, we good. You could play the Throat Seeker.
Opponent's not taking damage, but...
They're going to start to.
Yeah. Okay, well, we've been... Yeah, you can't touch the, Yeah, you can't touch the Blood Artist. We killed that one. Fuck me.
In they come.
Just these, I think.
Yeah. And they should... Okay. Well, we... Yeah, we ninja back the... We're going to ninja both our creatures back, probably, so it doesn't matter. You're indestructible. Pick up the Thal... Oh, we could... Yeah, we could pick up the Azra. Just rebuy our trick.
I'll just let you know that the trick exists. Cool. Have fun.
And they could... If they deploy a really big board this turn, we just cast choking tethers and completely ruin them.
Yeah, and we attack for extreme lethal.
Ah, man, I wanted them to kill us by casting a 0 toughness Blood Artist just for this, because it counts itself.
Yeah.
That would have been so dope. Anyways. This cannot continue.
Well, that's Ninja.
That's... Not sure how good the Yawgmoth part of that deck was, but the Ninja part sure was cool.
Yeah.
I think the Yawgmoth gave us removal to draw and also another nasty rat.
I think that's basically it, right? Like, so let's take a look in here. Like, it also gave us, like, because this is obviously...
Yeah.
Oh, like, again...
Can I... And Sudden Edict, very good. Can I read the text on First Sphere? Gargantua?
So, hold on, I gotta... So, the card here is the one on the right.
Yeah, but it conjures the reassembling skeleton.
Yeah,
Bone Dog!
It's Bone Dog. Anyway, here's First Sphere Gargantua.
Return this card to your graveyard. It gains haste, exile at the beginning of the next end step, or if it would leave. Okay, or if it would leave. That's the magic chart.
Yeah,
so you can't ninja your exiled First Sphere Gargantua.
This must have been from the Yawgmoth deck. I'm betting a lot of the removal was as well. One of the Plaguecrafters, Withering. But then, like, damn if that wasn't a good one. All right, let's claim our prize and move on to next deck.
This guy.
Yeah, of course it's this guy. This guy's everywhere today. All right.
Now, can you find where to play? Oh. Actually, no. Here's one thing you can do: hit play. Yeah, and then events. They hide it in there.
Okay, Sarkhan. Ooh.
Sarkhan.
Rat.
Nasty rat.
Machine.
In the machine. What does Sarkhan do?
0, make a Shivan Dragon in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
+1, you gain an emblem that says your dragons cost 1 less and you can pay them for, look, it's, cards in your hand, dragons in your hand cost 1 less and you can cast
and then 3 to a creature. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Look at Sark. Oh, man. If only these were changed. Wait, which one will have more changelings in it? Because changelings are dragons.
Probably Sliver Assault?
Yeah, let's go ahead and pick that up.
First Sliver. That was what we call a joke, Okniwi.
Sarkon's Sliver Assault. I met these guys. They look kind of like dragons.
Can I make sliver hands? Sliver hands, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Psychor.
Oh no. Damn Cyclops. Dragon Fodder. Kargan Dragon Rider.
Here's some cards, I guess. I don't know. Good luck. You'll find me soon, Pokecam. I believe in you.
What does the Dragon Rider Apern do?
It has flying if you control a dragon.
That sounds like a turn 3 play.
Yeah.
Because of our Furnace Whelp. Goblins!
Happy to draw more red, of course.
Yeah, we're a tiny baby dragon.
Mm-hmm.
In for 2. Are they going to Fairy Duelist and... Nope.
Censor this.
Are they going to cycle Censor?
Yeah,
Nope.
no.
Only Sandbar. They could still cycle Censor. Okay. They didn't even get priority, so they don't have Censor.
They don't have it. There's exactly one changeling in the 5-color one, 0 in red-white. Okay. Well, I figured the red-white one was more likely because it was color restricted to have them.
At the very least, it'll be more aggressive.
Yes. I want you to tap out for a thing. I don't know what, but I want you to tap out for it. Sure. Ooh.
Yep. Pretty good one. Good blocker for our Furnace Whelp.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Dragons!
Dragons! Yes! 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 Sickos, yes!
You can make him the dragon that he rides.
Alright,
Let's just attack and then play our Furnace Whelp.
yeah, I'm gonna offer the trade so that Furnace Whelp is slightly more likely to not have a problem.
Yeah. Or more likely to trade with the creature they gave flying.
Yeah. I am a dragon. I can fly! Yeah!
Hell yeah! I have the power of God.
Alright, so our deck doesn't have a changeling, but
it's got... Man, if only that was... What is that card? It's just Leon and Scimitar with the same text. Runes...
Yeah.
Runes Stalactite or something?
Oh boy, it's this garbage land. Boy. Alright. Well,
They also know the way of slivers. Well, do you want to put expensive equipment on our flyer?
yeah.
Behold!
Crunch. I want them to play the creature they gave flying and then have it die to scorn.
Yeah, because it's going to be 6 damage.
Yeah, this gets this tick tick tick. You know, you see the 5 on the left there. That's what, so. Kill spell on Furnace Whelp also wouldn't be like the worst, but
The bubble snare is pretty bad.
okay.
Okay. You can move the axe and attack. Ha. Is that better than Sark and Scorn? Because they just trades with the Dusk Imp. If we get a... They'll probably trade if we... And then we have to decide if we play our post-combat haste creature or if we move the axe to the other goblin.
So then we have to do this.
Oh yeah,
We committed to that part of the line because of the...
Oh, killing their creatures is generally a good tactic against slivers.
That's why I took that line. I want to kill them with like the the flying for like that was the card they granted flying. So hopefully like we can just sidestep the rest now.
And we can just bust on. Hannibal can have bust on through.
They're 5-color slivers. Yeah, they're 5
Yeah,
color.
they gotta be 5-color slivers. They're 5-color slivers combined with a blue deck.
I wonder how many of the slivers are going to be.
We can't afford to cycle that.
Yeah, I'll unstep that.
What's the card they just played?
It's draw 2, but it's if you have no land cards, seek a land and a non-land. If you have a land, otherwise draw 2 gas cards.
Ah.
Yeah, basically, I wonder if we'll see any slivers that have like helpful on both players, because if they're time spiral slivers, they'll be both sides. But if it's like new slivers, they'll be like this and they'll be one-sided. So we'll have to see what sort of slivers they have available.
I bet they're all new slivers.
3 prints, so I can't be sure. But all right, they don't have 5-color. Sure.
Okay. But yeah, you control. That's the crab sliver.
And this one is the trilobite. So they're 1 off dead. Okay.
Manibus sliver. Okay. I remember selling all of my Gem Hide slivers right before they spoiled Manibus slivers. I was happy about that.
All right, I need to draw a sliver. That's enough.
That's enough. Pacifism also pretty good. We might want to pacify their scuttling sliver.
At this point, like, I don't want to give them anything to get into combat with.
Oh, so we just attack with the flyers?
Yeah,
okay.
for their life total, yeah.
Do we still do that in case they kill our Cloud Rift sliver? Because if they do that, then they can block our 1/1 on their 2/2.
I guess I should have moved the axe. Yeah, I should have moved the axe. That was incorrect. Okay. They got me for it. Oh, I should have moved the axe over here. Well, yeah, that was very dumb.
The axe or the pacifism.
Nah, I threw that one bad. Like, just as you said it. Because I should have... Because now we lose both of our things for that. Yeah, that was bad. That's fine. I forgot that this handed off the flying, and I should have moved it onto the goblin and attacked him.
Oh, the goblin would have also had the flying.
Yes, that's the reasoning. Now we don't
now
have
we're,
enough. Yeah.
Now we're behind, yeah. We do have a good kill spell for if they have a creature, but the problem with slivers is if one of them's good, then they're all good.
Yeah.
They also, the ones that are singularly powerful also tend to have activated abilities.
Yeah. Yeah, that one, whatever. That one's busted up on me. I don't feel too bad. Oh, fuck.
Do they have anything good?
The agent.
Faceless Agent is a good one.
That's one they just immediately throw down, I'm sure. Because that immediately goes and grabs them some value. I'd love it if they burn the first strike one, too. Fuck!
Speaking of singularly powerful cards.
Yeah. Again, that's fine. Again, this was one that I messed up on.
It's good to have a punt once in a while. Keeps you modest.
Looking at it, I'm not sure we would have won anyway. Because we were losing our flying, and then, like, what the hell am I attacking through this with?
They still would have had to have... would have eaten their monolith sliver.
Egg.
That could be a way out. And we have to pacify this. Actually, do we pacify the first sliver if we're planning on just...
Anything kills this. Because it doesn't matter. Anything kills the
the egg, yeah. Yeah, but they might not attack much if... They would certainly attack with the 7/7, even to the Dragon Egg. Oh, let's see what happens.
I'm trying to wear them down on resources.
Yeah.
Cool. That's really good. Happy to get rid of their flyer.
We can give the Dragon Egg the axe.
Egg, axe.
It'll still have Defender, but... Yeah, just...
That's,
let the
that's,
auto tapper know.
That's so the auto tapper knows I'm out of things. Thanks. So yeah, they have to fly over me somehow.
Because if the Dragon Egg dies, then...
They're dead.
Oh.
They also have Cascade on every sliver, by the way.
And they're going to drain us out.
Attacks. They have to attack with real creatures at some point.
Seems like this is the turn they're doing it.
There's no way.
We kill them if they do this.
If the egg pops, you lose the game, unless the last card in hand's removal. I suppose it could be, and then maybe they just feel like they don't have to.
Okay. But
What?
they don't attack with the Mono F Sliver. Why? Oh, they have,
Okay.
that means they must have mana. Okay, well.
They're all the same.
Yeah, they're all 2 damage, so we take 4 here.
Egg.
Can they kill the baby dragon?
They have to kill the baby dragon.
The Furnace Whelp version 2.0 must be murdered.
Last card in hand is a kill spell, right?
Loses flying.
My God. Okay.
Well, we can give it the axe.
Well, that loses flying was necessary.
Now we're going to lose the Floodhound.
Take a little while, but yeah.
I hope we have a flying dragon, or haste dragon in our deck. Even like a 6-mana 4/4 with flying haste. That would probably be enough.
God, they have a fuck ton of mana over there.
They have all the mana in the world, and they can draw cards, and they have Cascade. Okay, Exalted doesn't really matter that much.
Mana War.
Oh, Mana War kills us. Okay.
I think we're dead right here.
They should bounce the Sliver Queen. Oh, okay.
I think we're just dead right here, right?
I mean, we have to be. Just whatever. What even is the math? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Kill me.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're Exaxes. What? Oh, Exalted. No, this doesn't kill us. They had us dead if they just attacked all out.
Alright. Come on. Something hasty?
Come on, Haste Dragon. Hasting Dragon. Haste.
Little late to the party. Alright.
Alright, we are dead.
Let's go ahead and play this one where I don't mess up the sliver nonsense. I find it hilarious that we have the sliver mirror, but like we've reached the point where like they just don't print old slivers anymore, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Alright. Nate. What do they got?
It also looks like a curve.
Yeah, this looks sweet. Outlast slivers.
We got Outlast Slivers.
Alright. Of course.
What does Psionic Shiv do?
Permanent fire breathing.
Okay, permanent fire breathing on a phantom monster. Our Dragon Egg is going to be sitting in play for a while. Are they gonna kill one of our creatures with -1, -2? Wait, what? Now we get to attack.
And egg gets just chomp because I want the furnace whelp. Thanks.
No, we don't care. Ooh, Lord of the Accursed.
Oh, so there's zombies in this color combo.
Ah. Just 4 mana 3/3 with abilities. And flying.
It's got flying. That's nice. Sure.
Okay, they didn't cycle that before because they didn't know if they were going to make their land drops or not.
Yeah.
Clearly they have.
Because like that could have been land 4 because like 2/3s here.
Yeah. Looks like they're flooding then.
Yeah.
Good for us. We're not flooded, but we have a nice amount of mana and stuff to do with it.
Yep. I can feed it into Scion. I can outlast our first strike wall.
Yeah, outlasting our guys was pretty good. They can't really attack as long as we have the Dragon Egg in play. Actually, the Dragon Egg is not that bad for them because we've already got a better way to use our mana. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, they can bring back a big creature. That's the most exciting thing they do with their Priest of Fell rights, though. We have pacifism. We do that. Attack for 4. Then outlast our striking sliver.
Yeah, some shit. I can menace zombies. Yeah. So like at some point I need to worry about just like board size. I'm also playing this.
Yeah, because we have a 7-drop in our hand and many ways to use our mana. Oh, they have many ways to reanimate creatures.
I'm not. Oh, well, sure. Might as
Yeah,
well get the flyer.
Yeah, they're popping their egg. We could pacifism and then do some pumping. The 4/7 is probably good enough to pacify.
Yeah.
Good attack for 2. You want the 4? You want first strike? Yeah. Okay.
I want 4 power first strike blocking because that, like, they can't come in.
Ooh, ended Augur.
Flush bag.
Do we sacrifice the whelp? Not the whelp. The strike enduring sliver.
Yeah, none of this matters.
Yeah, it's just a 2/2 first strike, which we already have. You can take a big hit and then kill them on the crackback. They're already dead in the air. It's like they can only attack us for 8 here, and we can just activate our Scion twice. Okay, that changes things. No, it doesn't. Okay.
Yeah.
If they had just, would you have made them have it? Like, would you have pumped your guy there and attacked for 6, or would you have just played the dragon?
I would have pumped the guy and attacked for 6 because we also had the play the furnace whelp.
Okay, yeah, that would be good. Because for Sentinel, this is a really powerful card.
Yeah, that's the sort of like a
Ristic.
It's not quite a Ristic because like you can just play guys into it.
Yeah.
It's like a Ristic / Thalia sort of thing.
This is kind of high curve,
Yeah.
but it's got stuff to do. This is probably a mulligan. Well,
We get a free mull. We should take it.
Oh, you get a free mulligan? Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Cool. Probably playing that secluded step. Yep,
Yeah,
we're playing the secluded. Yeah.
Let's just commit to it now.
Okay. First, flying while attacking.
Okay, I've got Scorn. This is like
can
Ninja.
We can removal next turn.
Ninja? No.
No ninja.
Okay.
They could have ninja'd that, but then decided not to because they. Okay, that means we just kill it, right? Yeah, the sorcery speed is probably all their creatures are pretty small, so the
Well, the Scorn keeps getting bigger and bigger too.
yeah, so the instant speed probably better, even though it's a little less mana efficient.
Yeah, 'cause I want to have that later.
And then next turn we bust on in.
Time to bust ass. Well,
Maybe not this turn.
so they have Flying Likers was their other deck.
Yeah, so they went blue and then ninjas. This Tide Skimmer's pretty good.
Yeah.
And because of the wording of Kite Sail Corsair, I think they actually get to draw the card here. Well,
Whoa. This is a fucking dead card, right?
second creatures with flying get +1/+1 is on the turn. Whenever two or more creatures with flying attack. Actually, I don't know if the Tide Skimmer works with Kite Sail Corsair. Because you don't attack with a flying creature. When you declare attackers, it's not flying, right?
This card's dead as fuck.
Do we offer the trade?
No, that card's way too valuable to us.
Plus we have a first strike wall.
Yeah, right now they can't attack.
Okay, now they can.
Sure. Now we'll find out. Yep.
Okay, it works. Okay. But this is like the math you do with like Exalted and like Leonin War Leader or Battlecry math, that kind of thing.
Oh, are we ninja? Alright.
Kind of thought they had a ninja. Well, we have a kill spell. It's expensive and bad, though. You can also just draw a Shivan Dragon.
Yeah, or you
Gain
just,
some life.
or you just put some, put up a wall of first strike and pass it back.
That seems reasonable.
Like, can you break through this?
How many bounce spells do they have is the question. Because if the answer
Yeah.
is at least 2, we're in huge trouble.
Yeah.
So if we just tap out for Hellkite Punisher next turn and they just bounce it, we're completely owned.
Okay.
That's a good sign.
I might go Sarkon next turn and kill one of their...
Okay, we still have 2 power of first strike, which means we probably need to trade with the ninja. Wanna let them draw a card?
Yes.
Okay.
Because this is also the same thing, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm disabling a draw card either way, and this way I keep the sliver. Like, either way. Like, obviously they get the card here, and that's a little bit of annoying.
What do you do? Whenever a creature... Okay. Here's a 6/6.
Anyway,
Don't play Mana War, please.
yeah. Mist Raven, illegal. fuck?
Okay, cast Wonder. Okay,
Alright.
that's fine. We just don't want Wonder to die. Although... Is it time to start drawing Shivan Dragons?
Those who call me
We can kill the Wind Skimmer.
shackled
That-
by civilization.
That does a good number on making sure they can't, like, draw more.
Okay.
It sucks because it means they can come in and, like, kill this, but they have to actually lose their board for that.
They have to lose their board for that, and we don't have to kill the Wonder.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's leave it this way. And they have to attack with Wonder, which means Hellkite Punisher gets to attack, like...
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. Draw gas, alright. That card's very good.
They drew a land, though, so it's fine.
Okay, so one of them was... Yeah, it's if they have no land, it draws a land and gas. But if they have a land, it's 2 gas.
Okay, Venomous Changeling.
Sure.
Don't care.
Sure.
Okay, Nasty Rat. They didn't want to give their Changeling Death Touch because it already had it. So now if they want us to not draw Shivan Dragon, they have to... Oh, we're drawing Shivan Dragon. Okay.
Oh, God.
And Rip Apart? Hell yeah. Let's cast Shivan Dragon.
This is the paragon of draconic glory.
You're right, it is.
And then I'm gonna...
What do we rip apart? We don't really need to rip apart anything right now, do we?
I probably should.
And then it's probably the Ninja or the... Changeling? We have Fire Breathers, so we play our Crag.
Yeah. Alright. Then, like, if Sarkon lives any longer, like, I'm completely willing to, you know, trade Shivan Dragons here, right? Like, why would I not?
Yeah.
Like, they're free. I'm making them every turn.
Yeah, we don't care.
I don't care.
Take one Sarkon. Oh, no, you can just let Sarkon take one and make another Shivan Dragon.
Yeah, I could, but I can also just trade the Shivan Dragon.
Yeah.
And get this off the board permanently.
Killed. Oh, that's a problem.
That's a lot of mana you got there. I don't like this. Oh, thank God.
We're cool.
All right. Ooh, that... Oh.
Actually, do we make Shivan Dragons, let them draw as many cards as they want, and start attacking them?
Tyrants of Shiv.
Because the Wonder is a huge problem.
Not if we have Shivan Dragon every turn.
Not if we have Shivan Dragon every turn. Okay.
Like, as long as I have Shivan Dragon every turn, I don't care.
So they've cast Divination a couple times. It's fine.
Uh-huh. Like, Pass Wall Adept would be a card they can play here. Like, attacking with Wonder means I'll just block. All right, yep.
Okay. So we kill all their creatures. Oh, you should do it the different way. Put the first striker on the on the death touch creatures.
Yeah, all right, all right.
As much as I like trading away Shivan Dragons every turn, but I like more is having Shivan Dragons every turn.
See, like, now they have Wonder in the yard, but, like, who cares if their creatures have flying?
So do ours.
Yeah, so do
Also, so do theirs.
So do theirs,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah. It does make their ninjas better, but now we get to start beating ass.
yeah, we're just kicking ass here. Yeah, when everyone has flying. Yeah, they're getting their ass kicked.
Well, they just cast their Ingenious Infiltrator, okay. Well, time to make a Shivan Dragon.
Alright.
You want to attack with Shivan Dragon?
Yeah.
Probably Hellkite Punisher too. It's not that much different from a Shivan Dragon at this point. Okay, attack break. Make a Shivan Dragon.
Boy, this is the happiest Sarkon's ever been in life.
You know our deck has slivers in it?
Yeah, they're over there. Oh, finally. Sarkon's dead.
Now Sarkon will die. But if they attack our Planeswalker with their Ingenious Infiltrator, they will not draw cards.
So they have to go for the card? That ain't it, Chief.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they see they're fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Our Planeswalker won a game by producing many Shivan Dragons.
I will trade my Shivan Dragon with your rat.
Died by a scorpion. Happens to the best of them.
Yep. Alright.
Okay. I want to try something at some point. We might have to do a science experiment in the future.
Alright.
Because these digital-only cards are going into Historic, right?
Yes.
So we can try to have a friendly match in Historic.
Uh-huh.
And I want to make this as our goal.
Uh-huh.
I want to play a game and see how many cards it will allow me to put into my deck in the game. Like if I make a whole bunch of Shivan Dragons and a whole bunch of Pegasuses,
And then shuffle them all in with something.
and then shuffle them all in with I don't know what kind of there has to be something to shuffle your graveyard in right now. Clear the Mind or Commit Memory, yeah. How many are there? Any Modern Horizons cards in there? Like you could
Throw an Eldrazi in there. Isn't Evercruel or some shit? No,
no, Cure the Mind is exactly what you want. Target player shuffles their graveyard
Yeah.
into their library, draw a card.
I
Yeah.
think like Gaia's Blessing, but...
And Guy's Blessing too. Just like tons of way to do it.
Alright. Oh, BFZ Ulabog rather than... Okay. Well? Enchantment? Or the Flyer?
Flying is the one we just saw. Enchantment is not one we have seen yet.
Yeah, I kind of want to...
Okay. I feel like Legion will probably match the best because the energy cards only care about themselves, and the humans cards will care about humans, which our deck might not have. But Legion will be some kind of aggressive deck, right?
It has Captain of Aos. Ranger Captain of Aos.
Yeah.
Goblin. Yeah, there you go.
We have a Blossoming Sand, so... Okay.
Yo, I get to play Healer's Flock on 3. And
Hell yeah.
Lumbering Light Shield. Check this garbage out. It's actually pretty cool.
Target opponent reveals... Okay. And that's a 1/4? You...
So a card of theirs just randomly gets a +1 revealed. Ha! Ha! Nice 3-drop.
Nice rat, dude. What's Leonis Shepherd do? That's a real card.
Just sack card. Please tell me you're fetching for it. Okay.
Okay, they were looking for white. Do we capture by the Legax then?
Yeah, because we can get it back.
Yeah, we can get it back.
Anyway.
I cast a lot of Laguna Band Storytellers in my time.
Healer's Hawk's a hell creature.
This is a very horrifying creature.
Alright, so anyway, here's...
Fighting.
Ooh!
Okay, enchantment mirror match. They're going to make us discard a bunch of cards. Captured by Legax is an arrest, right?
Yeah, that also support 2s.
No, can't attack or block. Okay.
Yeah. It's a pacifism that can't.
I was looking for arrest because they're going to make us discard a card every turn.
Yeah, whatever. That just means we're empty-handed after next turn. I don't care. They die.
Well, Yeah, no, we get to look at their death touch creature.
They die so easy.
Why is that? You put marijuana in the barley. Okay.
So there's our pacifism target.
Okay. And we have a tapper? Hell yeah.
Do this first.
Here we go.
So this is discard sorcery speed, so...
Yeah, very few ways to make your opponent discard an instant speed.
Yeah. So now we have a tapper for, like, if they drop, you know, some, like, big creature that, like, they gave death touch. We can just push.
Wait, let me read the guy, or 2/5.
This
Gains
spell
one
costs
more to
one
cast. Okay, that does not change its mana value.
No. O-ring?
Okay, they O-ring our flyer.
Sure. These terms are acceptable. This is annoying. Just,
Yeah, that card's very good. And we can't tap it.
yeah, that's
Which
why.
card means we're attacking with our 1/2.
I
They're
mean,
gonna just block it, but yeah. They might go for the trade if they're dumb.
well, they can recur it, too. Like, it's not...
Ah, true.
Okay.
That's their plan. They must have stuff to do with their mana then.
Okay. Well, we're on top deck mode, and we're going to be there forever because of Steward. If they just pass, they get this back with Pump.
Hopefully they don't have... We don't have any double green cards in our deck.
Oh, it suck.
I'm summoning like 3 of them to the top of
Yeah.
our deck now.
Every one of them. Boy, howdy, they sure are just foretelling that one... Okay, well, there we go. There's a foretell spell, or... Foretell? That's the mechanic where you reveal a card from your hand at the beginning of your upkeep, or during your upkeep.
Forecast.
Forecast. Foretell is
Foretell is
pay to...
is spell
that
morph.
spell. God, we are at the point where there's too many things.
We were that way 10 years ago, dude.
I know.
Remember Future Sight?
Anyway, but no, the forecast card that is this, but they just get it for free every... Okay.
At this point, they're like, yeah, they're going to attack, they're going to pump, then they'll gain a life. You can only pump once.
Right. So, like, they tap out fully for that?
Well, what else are they doing?
Yeah, I suppose. Anything left to group. Okay. Well. Yep.
That's some engine they've got.
This card's certainly an engine.
How many cards are left in our deck? There should be 9 more lands. So we're on 2/3 to draw a spell. Attacking no longer accomplishes anything. Oh, maybe it does. They can still block with it, though.
Right, then just recur it. Problem is if I hold this...
They make us discard. So we attack. And then we just make the Cloister reprobate. And then never attack on the ground again.
Yeah.
We have to have Joseph Joestar's fancy cape, though, right?
We need some sort of game ender here, right?
Well, now this keeps our opponent from getting.
Wow.
Layers. Wow, look at that. That is not happy about layers.
Oh boy. There it goes.
We have non-lands in our deck, right?
That's garbage.
We can cast that in response, at least.
Yeah, but like
Doesn't really do anything.
doesn't really do anything. Huh.
Here's a question I have for you.
Uh-huh.
On a scale of 1 to 5, how much does this game suck?
I'm at 4. Like,
We're playing for no stakes, right?
I'm giving it till my draw phase.
Okay. I was,
Like, yeah.
Did you enjoy the match? No!
Because I'm at 31 on top of this.
Oh yeah, it's going to take us a long time to lose.
Oh, God. All right. So our opponent has infinite discard. Yeah.
All I've left you is pain.
Okay. Miari's Wake, something like that. Conclave Tribunal. Well... I hate that we drew that.
I know.
So it's like our way out of this.
Because like I hit their tribunal and get my flyer back, right?
Or get rid of their recursion. The Flyers, they're at 16. The Flyers probably the most reasonable.
God,
Sigh.
Wolf.
Gonna give it to my draw step, he says.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't have a hand, jackass.
We're losing to Megram?
I'm not even bothering.
Yeah, we're at 29. We're gonna be down to 28 and then 26, I think.
Ugh, what a whiner.
All right. We haven't reached the end.
The good news is there's only like 6 or 7 more lands in our deck.
Yeah. So I'll take some damage. Yup.
We're actually taking 0 damage because the Gourmand. Okay, I take that back. We're taking damage. Little did we know pacifism was always bad against them, though. What does that do? It's flying. Oh. Now, the question is, do we put that on our life linker, or do we put it on our light buddy so we can attack with multiple creatures? We attack for 6 if we tap the Gourmand, and then... We're gonna tap the Gourmand here and then tap the Fell Spectre. Right. Okay.
I've hit it. I've hit 5.
We hit 5. This game sucked.
God.
They combined the enchantment deck, I think, with the discard deck to create repeated board states the deck.
Yeah.
Which is everybody's least favorite mechanics.
Oh God, that 3-cost enchantment. When you're forecasting,
Raven's Crime every day.
No.
Or just a 1/1 with the pumps.
Do you know what the mana cost is on forecasting? Bring back a 1-drop. It's 6.
Oh, I was thinking of make a 1/1 flyer.
I was.
That was 4. That was 4, right? Chain looks fine. It's got removal. It's got Healer's Hawk. What was that? It made Pegasus's.
Which one?
Plume of. It was a forecast card that you made 1/1 flyers.
Pride of the Clouds.
Pride of the Clouds. That was 4 to make a bird.
Yeah, that one was very bad. It wanted to trick you into thinking it was good, but it was not. Screw it.
In we go.
Yeah, they had a lot of, like... So, Azorius was very weird in Ravnica Original because they really, really, really did not want to just do blue-white control. So they went way out of their way to make sure that there were no blue-white control tools at all in the guild, which made it really weak.
Weird. Yeah, and they wanted you to tap out on your turn in your upkeep.
This hand has become very bad.
What does Fall of the Imposter do?
+1/+1 counters on creatures you control.
Okay, we'll draw a creature.
Yeah.
No, this is just the problem with auras, right?
Yeah.
They killed our Healer's Hawk.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, they're gonna roll a 1.
7.
I was the closest without going over,
You were.
motherfucker. Going Morningstar is extremely fucking good.
Yes. Very good card.
Getting beaten up by goblins. Oh, Destiny Spinner is a good one.
Let me
Burn range.
Yeah, let me get you in onto a body of size.
You can put 1/1 counters on your lands if you want to.
Help.
But you want to counter up your lands? Destiny Spinner has made me like this deck a little better, because the Destiny Spinner by itself is incredibly powerful.
That's a card that kind of you need to be able to, like, close out a game.
Which of these cards get played in the play gets played in Legacy? Spoilers! One of them. Block a 1/1.
I guess your trick is 2 damage.
You can't deal 3 damage. Ooh, a 1/2. Hell yeah. And we can follow the imposter. We can Mystery of the Imposters it. That's a joke no one's going to understand. You might, if you reach back into the deepest reaches of your soul, but nobody else will. Mystery of the Druids? No! Mystery of the Imposters is the name of a skit from a game that came out many, many years ago. It was also a skit that if you never activated it, the flags that would allow you to activate it lasted for about 15 hours of game time.
It would sit there in the top corner.
So you could see the Mystery of the Imposters for a long time.
Okay, goodbye, Lagak.
They get to Lagakis.
We still have the board.
Are you a Tales game fan, Reverb? That might be why.
All
This
right.
is the most beloved, worst Tales game. Start juicing up our flyer. How bad is it to wake up a land and attack with it?
Three.
Yeah, we trade 2 goblins for it. That's probably fine.
At this point, I don't give a shit.
From Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah. Tales of Arise comes out next week.
So next week.
Tales of Arise. Tales, not the. I don't think there's a the in it. We got like a removal. I don't know.
We got like we can make something a reprobate the moment we want to, and we have a tapper that cannot tap goblin tokens but can block them. What does our Mystery of the Impostors do on Chapter 3?
Exile greatest creature power.
Okay, so the Goblin Morningstar's goblin will die. Okay.
Okay.
3 mana kill spell for our guy. Goblin dies. Are we suiting up our boy?
Does like the Legion deck just not have creatures? That's what I'm
Perhaps you're supposed to get your creatures elsewhere.
Yeah. I would have assumed Legion had creatures in it, but it very clearly does not. Alright.
Yes, Fortify, and it has our tapper is certainly from that deck.
Yeah.
So when you're called Legion, I presume that
I have standards, and I've yet to find an enemy that meets them.
is that you'd have like lots of creature tokens, is what I would have imagined, right?
Have a weak body to match your weak will.
Hi, dude.
We get to kill Davriel.
So I'd like you to ask yourself, what does the -2 on this card do?
You're not allowed to know.
Just, you know.
My attorney doesn't want me to tell you that.
I can bounce this at any point. That's hilarious.
Wait, I thought I said only if it's in the...
They'd play our graveyard.
Oh, yeah. Well, if we bounce it, it'll kill our guy. You know it won't.
I'm terminating our contract.
Alright, well.
One card left in hand. It's getting reprobated.
Yeah, so we're getting attacked for 5 here.
Yeah, that happens.
I've come to the conclusion that the cards in the Goblin deck are good.
Yep. I've come to the conclusion Legion sucks.
So have I. Well,
I guess we get the Hawk back? No.
I mean, you can get the Hawk turn. We're going to perpetually block a Goblin, is what we're doing.
No, the Hawk's a 0.
No, I mean, by gaining 1 life.
Yeah. Thanks.
Oh yeah, we have this card. We don't have a discard outlet on it.
Or like 1-drops I care to... Because we can't recur this either. Because it's currently a -3/-3.
Yeah. So they can change their boyo.
Sure.
They selected a creature we are going to tap. Which is actually kind of bad.
Because we don't have any other creatures.
Yeah. So they should attack with the 2/1.
Yeah, just the 2/1.
So, who's excited to draw planes? We haven't drawn many of them.
Yeah, we got some more of those.
Grey Ogre. Got it.
To gain 1 life.
I gain a life. Well, cards on the table. You get to block the 2/1 goblin and fortify. Or they don't. Okay. Can we afford to attack? We take 3, then we kill them next turn with fortify.
That is the idea. They're on top deck. I'm just gonna believe in that.
I miss Gringus too.
Yeah.
We all miss the Gringus here. That's fine, we can tap that.
Yep.
It's a hella cool card, by the way.
Yeah.
Was Battle Squadron always a goblin? I have the feeling it might have gotten errated.
But it would have had to have had at least 1 creature type.
No, it was a ship.
Sort of lost ship.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. It wasn't always a goblin.
Well, a veteran charger's gonna get there.
Grey Ogre! Hey!
Our creatures are so bad.
No, them being bad doesn't matter. We just don't have any of them.
Yeah, we just have it. Yeah.
I would accept Fugitive Wizard,
Yeah.
but we don't have it. So we have like a Rancor, so our
Yeah,
creatures can be bad.
right. It doesn't matter.
We just don't have any of them.
All right, I'm gonna take a look at the deck here. I need to know what our creatures are.
Yeah.
All right. Where are these?
Yeah, where's Boros Elite at and Thraben Inspector?
You're telling me I could have been recurring Thraben Inspector every time?
Okay, new plan. We're mulliganing more.
Yeah, screw this.
We're no longer keeping functional hands. We're mulliganing
All right,
so that we
all
have
right,
good.
all right. Thanks.
Why isn't that card in our deck? Geo control decks look to answer early threats and survive until the late game where they can take over with powerful spells and card advantage. My favorite control decks are actually the ones that don't do that. And they're the ones that lock the game down in the first 2 turns and proceed to do nothing until you lose. Enchantress. Do you think they'll kill our Enchantress?
Probably. No. Censor our Enchantress.
Didn't give them priority. They don't have a cycling spell.
Bounce spell on Enchantress? Tap spell on Enchantress.
We're gonna ice our Enchantress. Yeah, I love prison decks. What do you mean?
Yeah, bounce spell on Enchantress.
I mean, I'm fine. We'll just play Ranger Captain next turn and be fine. Actually, how many cards in hand do we have?
7. This grabs
Okay,
1.
so we can grab. So we're fine to grab. Thraben Inspector?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Boros Elite, maybe. It's gotta be Thraben Inspector. It's the best white card ever printed.
Yeah, like, wow. This is it.
Sack can't cast Silence, basically.
Sure. Next turn, I can Enchantress plus Boon in for 4.
Yeah, we can boon the ranger. Mono blue. Okay, summon a Kraken hatchling.
No, it literally +1 to put it in hand.
Yeah. Untap target creature or land, prevent all damage that be dealt to and dealt by until you. Okay, so they're gonna. That's fine.
Sure.
The sea has something to say about this.
Means we might
File.
Skyblade our Enchantress. Or just we just play shitters and then crack our clue.
Here's my answer to Kiora.
Yeah. We can deal with Kraken hatchling because we have flying.
Yeah.
Suddenly the fortify starts to make sense.
Yeah. Weird. So this deck doesn't work if it doesn't draw Ranger, I guess? This
Or
card...
just no, you just have to have a 1-drop. Oh man, Detective Crab is here to on the case.
Columbo. Please plus for a Kraken hatchling.
I'm gonna have to put you in the Columbo dimension.
Babies will be too much for you.
Now, do they have a thing that like lets them use toughness for power or something? I hope so. Whale? Let's Skyboon our Ranger. And then we're probably casting Fortify.
Yes. That's a 100% this turn. Are you ready to get like half their board?
I am prepared to kill some of their O3s.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be as happy about it, but you know.
No, we're killing their Kiora, and they're left over with a Kraken hatchling. That's pretty good.
This is low tide for me.
You're going to be allowed to sack Ranger Captain at any moment. This is the... We call this the...
Yeah. Speedrun killer.
The Legion... What's the card called? Legion... It's a 1/1 that gets +2/+0 on attack, and you can pay 4 life to give it indestructible. What is that card called? It's like the best aggressive card in Mega Cube.
Vanguard. Adonto?
Adonto Vanguard, yes.
Yeah, it gives you priority all the time, so you don't...
Ooh. Do you want to build up your Ranger Captain to be able to attack? Now, or we should probably suit up our Anointed Cloistered.
Yeah.
Because we're going to run out of spells eventually. Oh, maybe not. We might reprobate a Kraken hatchling to draw a card and gain a life. Nah, they're definitely going to spend 5 mana on their 2/3 next turn and get completely blown out. Now, will it lose?
Well, the problem is, like, it's very hard for them to play things in the fall.
Yeah. And we're certainly going to reprobate that just because it draws a card. And it is a threatening card. See, now the deck is working. All we needed to do was draw an Enchantress. Which is probably the only Enchantress in our deck.
Yeah. Probably. So mulligan to the Enchantress.
Or at least a 1-drop. I think if you have the Flying Rancor and a 1-drop, you're also probably in good shape. Okay.
Cool thing is, if there's ever a turn like we need to resolve a spell, I can always force it through.
Ooh,
What?
Amoeba.
That's a
Nice.
terrible play.
Yeah, we're just gonna let's cast our Omen.
No, like, yeah, we're gonna end step Omen.
And then it's going to Mystery of the Imposters. Do you want to upkeep Scry?
Oh, thank you. I was gonna say I don't think I'll be able to, but
Yeah, thanks, Ranger Captain. Yeah. You tapped poorly. It's fine. We have lots of stuff
you
we
know,
can
like
do.
playing the Amoeba doesn't make any sense here. Just fall. Kills it.
Bow, bow, bow. Hannibal's busting through.
Just
Suddenly that fortify makes way more sense. Yep. They can still cast creatures, but they won't be able to do anything else if you do this. And we can get back our Skyblade, which is as good as drawing a card, really.
this is just so that they can't like whelming wave or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's a card they have access to, but
It would make sense in a Kiora deck. Yeah, the Boros Elite. And we can threaten to pump on the Anointed Cloister. They're like a million times dead. The train is late. No, they're not dead. Look how I tapped your mana. Yeah, we can draw a card.
anyway. Okay.
Island. Still had ODs.
Okay, so mulligan this deck like super.
Yeah, use your free mulligan.
Yeah.
I think what we're learning.
Yeah. Look,
A hand that looks semi-functional is not as good as what you need to do. Okay. We had two extremely frustrating games in a game where we beat ass.
I'm glad we kept with it.
Yeah.
More than. All right, and our final prize. Ooze.
Ooze.
Cool.
Was it Odious Stench? So the Legion deck actually does have a bunch of 1-drops in it. Good.
Yeah. As it should.
And I think most of them are human, so you could probably pair Legion with humans fairly well. You have Healer's Hawk that's not.
Thraben Inspector.
Yeah, Thraben Inspector.
Best 1-drop.
And Boros Elite.
That's a decent one. Alright. Anyway, that was Jumpstart. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. So
Jumpstart.
yeah. Thank you all for joining, everybody. Thank you, Dom, for jumping
I'm
on.
Gnomebitten.
You want to catch more? You can follow. You want to support the stream? You can subscribe. Yeah, that's about it. Thursday, we're continuing Final Fantasy 13-3, aka Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13. So,
Quest for more erosion or whatever.
yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on. So, anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.